Hey, hola.
Hey, KPS.
KPS.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
What's up,
It's
y'all?
KPS WWE year in review. Are we sticking to WWE or is it like
No,
wrestling in general?
I got other things. So, wrestling
Oh,
in general, you're in review.
okay. I'm gonna have to change the name of this video then.
Well, for now,
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to stick away from WWE because I figured I might as well pick a couple things like Lucha,
Huh.
Japan. That might not necessarily come up and say your list, Dylan,
Yeah, no, not at
to
all.
just to mix it up. I didn't want to I was like, well, how am I not going to run into everybody's same choices? So I went
Oh,
outside.
I picked ones that I know you guys didn't pick.
Yo,
There's
But
no
yeah,
way any of you guys have it.
so let's just call it Wrestling Year in Review, and we'll change the title.
Cool, yeah.
So we're gonna talk about a few things we all liked about the year. You can all name an MVP. Things we didn't like, and so we'll make a bold prediction for 2018
And a
as
and a
well.
less bold prediction.
Yes, also less bold.
All right, so how do we want to do? You want to do say all three in a row, or you want to go like
I think we'll trade like one each.
okay?
Go around.
Who wants to
Okay.
start? Who wants to kick it off?
I nominate Johnny.
oh, okay. Let's
Here we
do it.
go. Do
All
it.
right.
What was your favorite thing last year, Johnny?
The thing I liked this year was
You sound like a little kid.
all
Santa. So Santa B.
right. First one. The rise of Enzo Amore and Drew Gulak, along with 205 Live, baby. Hell yeah.
I agree. I
I
absolutely agree.
disagree so much with that.
Enzo finally became useful. Drew Gulak emerged as the amazing man that we know today.
Yes.
And even Cedric had a pretty good year for someone who didn't even get over on 205 that hard. So
Had some shit on 205 Live. Gentleman Jack got a fucking Jack the Ripper now. But
I'm into it, man. I was, as I've discussed weekly, big fan of Enzo.
Nope.
Love what he's doing on 205. He's a great heel champion because you are so upset, and that's why he's a great heel
No, I'm
champion.
annoyed. I'm like, why is this a thing?
I'm annoyed. There's a difference.
It shouldn't be. It should be a thing. That's what I'm.
Excellent healing. Excellent healing.
He
And then he tries to swipe Johnny's wife, and even then he still gets Johnny's fucking
He'll
pick.
get my vote. He's gonna get my vote for something else too. I'll
That
leave
should,
that up to you.
Oh
that should tell
God,
you.
no! Don't. You're the worst.
But yes, I would agree that 205 still a slow rise, but definitely got better this year. Definitely got better this year. And I
It's
think it'll
killing
get better.
Didn't it just start this year?
No, it was I think it was like late last year.
last year.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay.
Well, because they had a Mania program last year with Neville, and he was already a pretty long champ at that point, right?
Yeah.
True.
I think it was like summer, wasn't it? Like last summer was the cruiserweight, and then that segued into the belt and the show and stuff. So it was like last fall.
November.
It's been over a year now.
Fair enough.
I'm just this man.
All right. So John's first one is Enzo Amore.
And
205.
Gulak and 205 Live.
Yeah.
They're
That's
killing
cool.
it right now. I'm actually watching, and I'm fucking excited. So
My shit's kind of like that too. It's like a grab bag of things, like one grab bag, two grab bag, three grab bag.
All right. Do you want to go next, Shane? Or?
Yeah, sure. I would like to say Ultima Lucha Tres from Lucha Underground.
You want to just give some background of what that is, because
yeah, Ultima Lucha Tres was the third season finale of Lucha Underground, and it was like the greatest storytelling wrestling canon I've ever seen in my whole goddamn life, where they closed storylines that were like 3 years long on multiple fronts in really satisfying ways, and shit that like storytelling that WWE could only goddamn wet dream of, honestly. And they did it so well and so seamlessly. Like it wasn't even, you didn't see any of it coming either. Like I'm beating around the edges because I know you guys haven't seen it, and I don't want to get spoilery, but it was like one of the most satisfying like wrestling endings I've ever seen in my life, be it a WrestleMania or the end of a really satisfying Raw, like Foley winning the belt on Raw back in the day and shit like that. Like Ultima Lucha Tres was perfect, man. It was perfect. Like the way they ended all the storylines, the way everything rounded up, the way it all fleshed out, everything came together in a meaningful, positive like way. It was just fucking incredible. And I've rarely seen something better.
Well, and you'll be able to get into more detail once we get to that on our Lucha podcast.
See, cross promo right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kick Punch Lucha, we'll call it.
Yes.
Kick Punch Lucha. So that'll be coming in 2018. We're gonna go back and watch the whole thing. So I've watched every episode up till now. I might have skipped a few accidentally because it's not always easy to navigate those incredibly legal websites that everybody uses to watch wrestling.
I'm probably gonna watch until Big Rick leaves, and then I'm gonna quit.
Big Rick.
Big Rick, one of the best. You got me as soon as you have a guy with an eye patch.
He's
like,
like a Def Jam
this is the kind of
man.
wrestling, huh?
Remember Def Jam, the video game?
Yes.
He's like the guy from that video game. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like I created that guy.
Big Rick's amazing. So yeah, more to come with KPS and Lucha, but yeah, Ultimate Lucha Trace was Jesus Christ. Like if you're at all caught up on Lucha, anyone out there, and it's not like watching, I would recommend watching the whole show. But if you are like a season out of Ultimate Lucha Trace or something, just burn that shit, man. It's like New Year's here, everybody's got some time, burn through that shit because it's fucking dope. And when you watch it in like a huge chunk, it's even better. It all pays so awesomely.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. Looking forward to it. All right, guess it's my turn. So I'm going to start with something that happened really early on in the year, right in January, involving Shane's favorite wrestler, Goldberg. And it's something that we didn't know happened. It happened off screen, but then it carried on to the ring. It's when Goldberg gave himself a concussion before coming out, when he headbutted the door and then came out and he was bleeding and he couldn't cut the promo. And he's like, trying to say shit, and then he stops and he's like, I'll get there. Yeah, I'm so into it right now. Watching Goldberg fumble through his lines and like bleeding, and everybody being like, "What the fuck happened?" And you find out he headbutted a door.
Man, that was always what he used to do back in the day too. In WCW, like half the time. Half the time when he'd come out, he'd have a little blood trickle. Like every fucking time he gave himself like a mini concussion. That's why, because I looked into it to make sure it happened this year, and it was saying something like backstage. Bailey said that it was Bailey and somebody else, and Goldberg right before he goes out looks at him, he's like, "Don't tell anybody you saw this," and then headbutted the door. Sasha Banks was like, "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen."
Just do yourselves.
Full props to Sasha there. At least Sasha's a true fan, man.
Yeah, I just loved it.
She's like, that was dope.
Yeah.
Oh, totally,
you don't think that'd be dope if KO
was back there, yeah, I'm sure KO was kind of mad about having to lose his belt, but I'm as a '90s fan, Mark, as he was, as I was, it'd still be cool. Like I don't even like Gordon. That dude headbutted a door next to me, I'd be like, shit, that's dope.
Or even to take a spear and a jackhammer.
That's your stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I'll kill your wife, Goldberg. I'll kill your wife.
Retract that. Retract that. I'm not getting arrested anymore, John. I don't endorse that.
I'll kill your wife.
Jesus.
God damn it, Johnny. That's bad. But I know KO enjoyed that jackhammer. It was a big piss off just because he's a fucking mark.
I'll just say too quickly too, aside from that, I did enjoy also chanting Goldberg when I saw him live. That was fun.
Ooh.
It's a fun thing to do.
Goldberg.
I don't know.
Fuck Goldberg.
It's my moment. But anyways, that's my number one is Goldberg give himself a concussion.
I fully endorse that. Fuck Goldberg too.
Yeah, same.
I endorse both your viewpoints.
No, I don't like Goldberg either. I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was a really, really weird run back on like the whole year here too. And like I don't think anyone saw that coming. And like it's not like I really enjoyed it, but I kind of enjoy being surprised nowadays, even if it's shitty.
Yeah,
unexpected to say the least.
So Johnny, what's your number two?
My number two is it's gonna be the Festival of Friendship with Jericho.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Probably the best segment this year or of the past probably 10 years. It was fucking hilarious. Jericho was the best team ever. Just Jericho kills it every time like he comes out. Like he reinventing himself. Like even now, he's got some fucking stupid rock star hair, and I'm like, I should hate you, but you're the best. Like
Exactly.
Jericho's my favorite wrestler of all time. Kevin Owens is very good. It was fantastic. They brought back Gilbert. Like, how can you not love that? Come on, like
That was great.
Gilbert, fucking what's his name? Fuck, who else was there? I forget who else was there. There was somebody else, but it was fucking. They pulled out all the stops for this little segment.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that whole segment.
Oh, it was glorious, man.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get into it.
I agree that it was one of the best segments of the year, and like it was one of those classic ones that just kind of lives on that you'll remember, like for a really long time, like the Rock Foley "This Is Your Life" thing and stuff like that. Like it was epic, like epic and memorable, you know. And they found a way to make the heel turn that we all knew was coming, you know, somehow still be fresh and surprising and compelling.
Yeah.
How come I'm on here? And it was like the cutest thing ever. He was like,
"You're so upset.
I'm on here," and then he just fucking. Oh, I cried so hard.
And then it was like such a brutal KO assault too, like your classic, like almost over the line, uncomfortable KO friend assault, which is like his trademark at this point, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Destroying people who loved him up till he punched them in the face.
Yeah, no, it's great.
That's wonderful. Oh, good pick, Johnny. That was a wonderful segment this year.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
Big fan of it. Big fan.
All right, so I'll go into my number 2, which was Okada and Omega. In general,
We said no matches.
in general, their feud in general. Like,
did it all happen in 2017? All 3 matches?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because Wrestle Kingdom was January 4th last year. And then they had the rematch, and then they had the G1 match.
So the feud, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, not saying like the match itself, but like Omega Okada, the arc was incredible, and some shit that I think will like pay off in like a year or 2, which is like in wrestling a fucking eon and a half, man. I love the way New Japan tells stories on their main event level. Like Okada's rise was like 4 years in the making, you know, and Omega's ultimate rise feels like 2 years away from now, and Naito is like next week. It seems like.
Oh, he's gonna get it, baby.
I think so too. But yeah, just Okada Omega, and not only just like the quality of everything, but how real it felt. The whole feud, like they felt like they were really one-upping each other, and it was like the shit was kind of coming to life, and it was really meta. Like all their promos against each other were like, "I'm the fucking best. I want to show you I'm the best." Like it wasn't any like wrestling bullshit. It was like it felt really real. Like they were gonna go out there and kill each other, you know, just to show that they were the goddamn best in the world, and they totally proved it, in my opinion. Like what's been better than that this year? We'll get into matches later, but like, fuck, that was incredible goddamn match quality. Like you can't fuck with that shit ever.
No.
So just them together is pure magic, and I don't want them to even touch each other again for probably a year, you know, because it'll be that much more electric when it actually happens again.
The most electrifying man.
Hey, speaking of that, I saw
going places, man. Like I just, it's like it really put New Japan on the map this year. Like it was New Japan's best year, fucking, you know, in a really long time.
Yeah, you see that on my list too.
It was because of Omega and Okada. It was because of that shit. It was like the money feud of the year.
That was the only time I ever watched New Japan. That was the first match I ever saw. Was the first Kenny Omega and Okada match. And they're pretty much
that's the thing. That's why it's so important, right? It's like it brought so many people in, and continues to.
It did. It's great.
Like
everyone loves Kenny, man. Fucking everybody.
Kenny Omega.
Except Jim Cornette.
Fucking great year. Like, well, fuck Cornette. I mean, that's been clear for a long time.
Fatty.
But like Japan's had its like best year. Omega's having a crazy year. Okada's having a crazy year. Like Naito's having a crazy year. Like way better than WWE this year. Like those guys are on fucking fire this year. Everybody, they're making stars left and right. Like Jericho went and showed up, man. Like that should show you how hot that shit is. And it all kicked off a year ago with Okada Omega.
Yeah, they drove it in. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, but you know,
Gato.
Okay. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to leave one off because I have 4. But
Oh no.
No.
all right, I'll do. So the next one, I guess number 2 for me would be pretty huge moment at WrestleMania this year. Wait, did it happen at this year? Yeah, this year's WrestleMania. Whenever Rob Gronkowski came in and helped my boy Mojo with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Worst list, literally.
That was the greatest. Gronk almost not being able to do the spot because some security guard chick didn't know what was up.
That was the best thing ever.
Coming in, absolutely leveling Jinder, like just killing him.
Killed
And then Mojo getting the rub.
Mojo
classic.
get the rub from Gronk. That means more than one thing.
It was just so magical. I rewatch that moment every night before I go to bed.
Sweet dreams, Dylan.
That's plausible, Dylan. It is actually plausible. Honest, I'm gonna sit in the middle on this one because I fucking love Rob Gronkowski and was so happy that he got involved in WrestleMania, and I hope it plants a seed for when his broken ass football body finally breaks down on him, and he can show up in wrestling and have a couple stupid shitty tag team matches and have some fun.
Might
He
even
doesn't
have
have to
that
do
matches,
anything.
man. He could be like a manager.
Oh, he could do so much, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Gronk would be beautiful in WWE. Fucking beautiful.
Simpleton, though. It's amazing.
The best thing is Gronk just every time he's the manager.
Wrestler, man. He's my favorite.
He's a manager, and his thing is after his opponent is the guy who manages beats his opponent, he like spikes like a football in the guy's back.
Gronk is like the most interesting dude bro alive, you know?
Oh yeah.
And I'll fucking watch that dude do anything. Like, he's great, man. Gronk's the best. So I was happy he showed up for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, it's the entirety of it. Gronk, Mojo, just
and props to Jinder. Props to Jinder too, man. Like
when you
got a bump for a celebrity, those guys aren't always into it. And he made Gronk look like a fucking champ, you know? Like, I don't know if it was really up to him. Like, Gronk did fucking tackle him through the ropes.
And they paid Jinder back by giving him a title run.
Just by taking the Gronk bump? Yeah. It's like, okay, you get a title run out of this.
Shit, man. You know, it's probably true. Like, they proposed this like Gronk thing to him, and he was like down with it and probably really positive. And Vince was like, "This kid, there might be something to this kid." You know,
this kid gets it.
Thrown in here, right?
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. It was on the main card too, wasn't it?
Probably because I know the Neville and Aries match, and I think the Usos tag team match were on the kickoff show.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it was on the kickoff.
I'm pretty sure the Andre was the piss match before the main event this year.
No, it was during the day. It was during the day.
Was it?
Yeah. It was light out. It was light out. Yeah. I think it was like pretty early.
Where was Mania this year?
Texas, wasn't it? Oh wait, shit.
Was it Texas? I forgot.
The AT&T. This even happened at it happened at this Mania.
It did.
It did happen at this Mania for sure because I totally remember Jinder Mahal going from that to champion, which was fucked.
WrestleMania 30.
Got the Mojo.
I thought it was in Texas.
Orlando.
That's where he retired.
Orlando. It was in Orlando. Outdoors. So it would have been.
Yeah.
If it was in daytime, it would have been super early.
It was the earlier show, yeah.
Because like the San Fran Mania, I think I was 32 there, 30 or whatever. It was light, like way into the night because West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's my number 2.
Gronk. Good shit.
Gronk. Yeah, baby. Baby.
What's your last one?
Number 3, Johnny.
My last one is to be a neckbeard for a minute. New Japan Pro Wrestler G1 のクライマックスTetsuya Naito Minoru Suzuki.
Couldn't get it out.
Tetsuya Naito, pretty much everyone in the tournament. Shouts out to my boys Juice, Minoru, and Naito.
How do you say out Juice and not Ibushi? Or Ishii, sorry. Ishii.
Juice was the MVP of the G1.
Oh. Juice is killing it, man. Juice is.
Johnny, do you agree that he was the fucking MVP of that G1?
I agree that he was one of the MVPs. Him and Minoru Suzuki.
Yes, I'll give you that. Yes, Juice was like, nobody grew into a bigger star during the G1 than Juice, man. Like, serious movement. That guy got over from the G1.
Juice, baby.
Yeah, no, fuck yeah. Juice had a great G1. Minoru also had a great G1, but he fell off at the end, man. He lost to fucking Toru Yano.
That was shitty, but like, I just more for just sparking my new love of Minoru Suzuki that I put him on the list because he's like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time right now.
Honestly, I didn't know who he was. Like the Suzuki Gun showed up after Wrestle Kingdom in January last year or whatever.
Yeah.
And I really liked him right away. I was like, who's this shitty old guy who's just like beating the piss at everyone, like for real.
Man, he's hanging dudes like, oh my.
Yeah. That was great, man. And like, yeah, for sure. Suzuki Gun's been dope all year. They got Saber too. So I mean,
Absolutely.
like shit, yeah. Yeah, but Minoru's a fucking legend, dude.
But yeah, fucking Minoru Suzuki, the best wrestler on the planet. Sorry, AJ, but and then Juice, second best.
Oh god.
Juice, baby! Oh, do the Juice.
Awesome. Man, I hated him. I hated him when he was in NXT. He was such a loser jobber, and then like, bam, 1 year in New Japan, and the guy's like a pretty solid mid card, moving to upper card.
He's gonna win that at least the States title soon. I feel like he'll take it off Omega maybe.
No, he won't. You're crazy.
Yeah, him or Elgin, man.
They already ran that match.
Really?
And he lost.
Yeah,
he
I'm pretty
sucks.
sure.
No,
I
Juice
think it was after the G1.
The best. I love my Juice.
Juice is dope, man. He got over with all the young Japanese women in the audience too.
He's so hot, bro.
He's like a pop star basically over there now.
He's got the dreadlock. It's such a unique look for like Japan.
Yeah. Like, and then he's like partnered with fucking Sami Callihan too, and it like worked.
That was
weird.
Yeah, that was great.
Actually
that's the World Tag League too. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed the G1 too. It was the first one I watched front to back, and it was a little fatiguing at times, but it definitely is. If you want to get into a promotion, like a month-long tournament like that, is like how better can you get someone into a promotion? Like it's just a crash course, man.
Amazing. Dylan, you're gonna have to watch the whole thing with us.
What whole thing?
The G1, baby.
Oh, I watched a good chunk of it.
Really? I thought you only watched like one match.
No, I watched I watched the first day and didn't realize that there's only like 2 tournament matches in the whole thing. There's a bunch of filler.
Oh yeah.
No,
so
you gotta
skip through a bunch.
That's
yeah, I watched enough of it.
The big lesson.
I watched the Sand.
Why are you hating on
Ishii and Kenny Omega match and shit?
Oh, Ishii is the best. Also,
shout out to Ishii. Almost died.
That was amazing.
Ishii almost died.
Yeah.
And then what was it the Evil Kenny match too, where Evil got a mad concussion?
Oh yeah. That
was he didn't have a concussion. Yeah. He totally did.
He wouldn't go down, man. He wouldn't go down.
Yeah. That was great. The whole tournament was great. Classics everywhere. Like Kenny Okada was dope, man.
Kenny Suzuki.
Like, yeah. Kenny Suzuki was super dope. Like most of the Kenny matches were dope.
Every Kenny match is like amazing, man. It's hard to have them like under 4 stars, generally.
Yeah. I mean, New Japan cranked out like 5-star matches this year. You know.
Oh, there's tons.
Like, they were just so on point, man. Like so on point.
Killing it.
I don't want to let NXT out of here either, but it doesn't really make my top 3 for the year because like I thought they had a good year, but not a legendary, memorable year.
War Games was dope, but after that, I can't. Anything.
Exactly, it was pretty. War Games came pretty close to my list, but didn't actually make it. So
it was on mine, but yeah.
I mean, I was gonna put War Games on my list, but
same here.
Could not skip I've seen in years, which is Braun flipping a goddamn garbage truck.
Ambulance.
Doesn't get better than that, man. Doesn't get better than that. Flip a goddamn garbage truck.
Ambulance.
So that's my third one.
It's an ambulance.
Oh, sorry, flipping.
I'm not finished yet.
He lived in a garbage truck.
Braun flipping vehicles.
He lived in
Braun flipping vehicles.
Yes.
But like that was in terms of like getting someone over with like 5 minutes. Like holy shit, could you have done better? Like the guy, that whole run Braun went on in the spring there and shit was like incredible. It was like he just picked everything up so fast and it was so awesome and it was like everything that I didn't know I had been waiting for.
Yeah.
You know? Like I didn't realize that I needed a giant monster, you know, in my Raw life. And he made Raw complete, man. Like, you know, he made it fun. He was one of those dudes that like, you know, WWE kind of was a little mediocre from time to time. and not a lot of memorable shit. But like Braun was almost everything he did this year was memorable. That guy was a fucking like gift machine, fucking spot machine, match machine, just goddamn. Like, but I'll talk more about Braun later. But flipping the fucking ambulance.
Yeah, that was.
But, yeah, shit. I can't even like. It's one of the greatest goddamn like backstage spots ever.
Yeah, pretty great.
Agreed. Yeah.
The ambulance was it was, and Roman Reigns trying to kill him. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why that spot is even better because it triggered an attempted murder.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But everything Braun did was fucking amazing this year.
Oh yeah, everything he touched was gold for sure.
Everything this afterward, like the big monster.
I fucking hate big dudes that just come out to fucking guitar riffs and go, bro. And I fucking love that guy because he's special, man. He's special. Like
he's so fast too. Oh my god, he's
everything you want out of a big guy. He's like as intimidating as like Undertaker and Kane, but he can fucking move. And like he reminds me of Taker, man. Like he's so fucking smooth for a big dude and like so legit. You know,
he's gonna be doing that jump over the rope soon.
He's gonna do a jump.
He could. I could see it. I honestly could. I don't think the kid has any ceiling at all. He's gonna be around for a fucking decade, and it's gonna.
He's only like 30 something, right? So right on.
Yeah, it's early 30s, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a long time, man.
All right. Well, I don't think you guys can hear that. I'm gonna play something. This was gonna be my number 3.
I kicked a leg out of your leg.
Can you hear that?
No.
Damn. It was gonna be "I'm Not Finished with You." That was great, but because you picked the Braun one, I'll go with a different one because I had to between these two. It was tough, but I'll go with. I started off with something that happened in the beginning of the year, and I'll end with something that happened later in the year.
Ooh, look at you!
Which is Rusev Day.
It's Rusev Day.
It's the greatest thing. I didn't know. Yeah, it was.
That was the thing you didn't know that you needed in your life.
Yeah, who knew that was going to be something that could take off? Like, I always kind of liked Rusev, but then the jokey Rusev who just every day's Rusev Day. And yeah, Aiden English, obviously a part of that as well, but
English is killing it, man.
Aiden English, I don't want to take anything away from him. His singing and everything's great. And one of my favorite segments is when Sami Zayn and KO are looking for somebody to help them out in the lumberjack match, and they go backstage, and Aiden English is just singing to Rusev, and Rusev's just like taking it in, like, yeah. And Rusev, when he starts doing this, Rusev Day, just everything about him, man. Yeah, he's great. Rusev's great, and then the whole Rusev Day thing is, I got to get a shirt, obviously.
You can't.
We're gonna match.
Oh, I'll get a shirt. I'll find one.
Sold out.
No, I'll find one.
Sold out. He's the #1 merch seller in December, which is like the month they move the most shirts.
Who would have knew too? There'd be this
Rusev Day. Yeah. Like, how many kids got Rusev Day T-shirts, man, for Christmas this year, and adult men, you know,
man.
Like honestly, they're sold out. They don't fucking sell out of shirts. They sell out of shirts, man.
Who thought that shirt would be huge? So good.
It's just a Bulgarian flag, and it's Happy Rusev Day. It's amazing. But I think it's been pretty established that KPS is a big fan of Rusev and Rusev Day.
Huge Rusev.
Very behind. I've been a fan of Rusev forever, but this is the thing, finally, where people are actually paying attention, and he's finally over.
Oh man, that double acolyte that he did, or whatever the fuck his name was called.
Incredible.
That was awesome.
Incredible. Yeah. I want to see what I want to see really a little bit into the future of the show here, but I want to see Rusev and Big E, world title feud next year.
And it's honestly, it's very, very plausible. I'm into that.
I think that's why Rusev and Big E were left out of the U.S. title tournament, because they don't want to be seen that way.
Yeah,
they should put them in that supposed 5-way, man. Like, holy fuck.
Oh man, Rusev Day still going on. They're gonna win the title.
My heart. I would just, man, Rusev and or Big E making it to that main event scene next year would just just be the sweetest thing, because they both have worked so fucking hard for that shit.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm super into that. I love it, and I love Rusev, and I love Rusev Day, and I celebrate it every day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Every day is Rusev Day.
Every day is all Rusev Day.
So yeah, that's our 3 things we enjoyed in 2017.
So why don't we go around the horn and do the thing we didn't like then? Since the things we did like.
Are we just gonna do one? Because I don't really think too much of it.
I don't want to get too negative.
Yeah.
We'll do one.
It's happy end of year time here, you know.
Do you want to start with you, Shane, then, and then so that way we?
Yeah, sure. We'll cycle around. My least favorite thing this year, barring that one thing that we discussed earlier that I'm leaving, was the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton WrestleMania match with the fucking graphics on the ring.
That was terrible.
That was one of the stupidest, like, holy shit, dumbest things I've seen in my whole life. I waited for a Bray title run for like 4 years, and it ended up being like 2 months long and ended with that bullshit. And honestly,
it didn't even make any sense.
That's when Bray Wyatt kind of died for me, and I didn't care anymore. Was after that match. It was so fucking stupid, and it just made me feel dumb. It insulted my intelligence for being a fan of Bray Wyatt, that his like mystical powers were supposed to be these graphics in the ring, and honestly, like,
which did nothing to Orton. Orton was just like, okay.
It was so stupid that it ruined a character that had so much potential, and I'm not sure if I can ever get back on the Bray Wyatt bandwagon. I'm like mid-ground right now. Like, I don't hate him, but I'm like not a fan either because it feels fucking stupid. And I thought it would be hard to accomplish that level of drop in one match, but by God, did they ever pull it off?
Like, that was possible.
Yeah. So that was my worst thing of the year. There were other things, but holy shit, man! Like, for a guy I actually liked, you know, and was behind, to just totally drop me off the map in like what amounted to, what was it, like a 13-minute match too?
Oh, it was super quick. I
think it was nothing. Like
one RKO and it was done.
It was just, that too. They just kill him with one RKO, and that was super frustrating. And it felt like a total waste of time. It felt like everything that had been invested into Bray up to that point was amounted to fucking nothing. And it was a waste of time. And it still feels like a waste of time, and he hasn't done anything since at all. And I think that's why.
Sister Abigail. That was the best. I get it.
I really think that's why. Like, nobody can get behind him now because it feels dumb to get behind him. It feels stupid and childish, you know.
And you ruined my thing, John. Mine was never getting able to see Sister Abigail.
That was your worst thing?
No, I was kidding.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done complaining about that, and maybe even really thinking about Bray Wyatt for a long time.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Broken Matt is saving him right now, but that's going to end. That's going to end. And I don't know what the fuck else he can do that I'll give a shit about.
Harper and Rowan, Bludgeon Brothers plus Bray. The Bray Brothers.
Oh, how did none of us say one of our favorite things was Fashion Files?
Oh God,
fucked up.
Special shout out
as a collective.
Yeah, we'll do a collective shout out to KPS, like, all-star list of shit that we love this year, because it was so obvious all of us skipped over it.
I was gonna say that too. I'd be a nerd about New Japan, so.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to be like, and also didn't want to. I was one of those things where you don't want to take up what someone else is going to say, so you think regular things. But Fashion Files was the greatest backstage thing WWE did.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Sure. Agreed.
Rusev getting sung to by Aiden English.
Yes. Their backstage stuff is so much better than their front stage stuff.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Like speaking wise.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you put someone out there with a mic, it's all scripted. But backstage, it feels a little more free, and like maybe like more scripted, but not entirely. And I think the guys shine when they're given that kind of freedom.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, like Rusev eating Biggie's candy or snatching it. Yeah, that's great.
Rusev doing anything backstage. That dude has always been awesome backstage.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Fashion Files, man, like killing it so hard. And that was one of those things that, like Braun, that kept me around this year. You know, like really invested, was like I wanted to see the next Braun thing. I wanted to see the next Fashion Files thing for sure. Like every week, you know, it was important.
Yeah, very important to us. Fashion Files.
All right. I was gonna say.
What did you not like, Dylan?
I was gonna say mine was Enzo winning the Cruiserweight title because it made Neville leave.
No.
But I'll change it.
It can't be. That's your opinion. I mean,
no. I don't know. I have one that I prefer definitely. Is one thing I didn't like was Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman, because it was just a massive disappointment.
Yeah, that was really shitty.
I really feel like we got a glimpse of what it could have been in the SummerSlam Fatal 4-Way, but it was more just, it was this match where like Brock was, they made Braun look really strong by like Brock had to sell too much. It was weird.
Mhm.
Like when AJ and Brock fought, Brock did a bit of selling, but it kind of worked within the match. But this one, it was like Brock was the one who couldn't take it, but then he ended up escaping. It wasn't the way Brock has been built up.
No.
And Braun just kind of going out to 1F5 and just like it being over just like that. It kind of like I remember I was being pumped for that match and it was just like, oh,
It was
that
gonna be
happened.
the best match ever, and then it just
Yeah, it just ruined it. And it didn't ruin Braun, thankfully, but it definitely put a damper on him for a little bit.
Yep.
it soured me
Yeah.
on his new Haas run. Like I didn't want to see him kill any more Haas's after that. Like
Because he didn't even really kill them, right? He was like he just got one F5 and it was like
Yeah.
done.
Gates
The build to that match was one of the best builds. Like I thought the build to that of the Haas gauntlet that Lesnar ran through was the best one.
Yeah, the Joe build-up was awesome too. Those backstage when Joe's like, "Come out, like you're a bitch."
I thought Joe had a better match than Braun. But
yeah,
that's because
they're very similar too, though.
Joe's more of a vet, though, right? Like he can pull a little more out of that shit. Like I think what the problem with Braun and Lesnar was like Lesnar hasn't worked a match where he wasn't just dominant
And it was
for
weird.
like 4 years or some shit. And so like when the person in control of the match is someone calling it, right? So if he's getting beat down, then Braun is like calling the match, and it's going to be kind of clunky and green because Braun's kind of clunky and green,
Yeah.
And like for all his like gifts and how fast he's learned everything, you still see some like rough spots in his game.
Oh yeah.
Here and there, like
can improve.
yeah, of course. He's like one of the most rapidly improving dudes probably since like Kurt Angle. Like I heard Kurt Angle actually say that. Like I think Braun's like one of the fastest learners that's ever been around, and people say that about Kurt Angle too. Like he just picked that shit up like so naturally, and like every time Braun goes out, he gets better.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So,
That was dope.
Yeah, that was a disappointment for this guy.
it was disappointing, man. Like I felt like they could have done better, but the whole year has generally been in service of
Roman Reigns.
Brock and Roman. Everybody looking strong. So, which we'll get back to later as well.
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
For,
Johnny,
2018, sketching forward. Yeah, what did you not like, Johnny boy?
I think you know. Ugh, fucking stupid Goldberg beating my boy.
Oh, I was like, what's
Of course.
The fucking worst thing. Goldberg, I'll kill your wife and family.
Jesus, John, come on, man.
Stop it.
You're gonna get kicked off
This is not endorsed by me or Dylan. This is
Gonna
solo.
have to put a disclaimer. It's like the views of John Barber are not that of KPS.
To stop threatening people. You need that blinking thing on the bottom that says, "This is a personal message from John. Do not represent the views of KPS."
I hated it so much because like Goldberg, you fucking old piece of shit. You're not a fucking MMA fighter, you piece of shit. Fuck you and your stupid fucking cut in your head. Your bald wife. Your fucking stupid kids.
Fucking didn't need to win that, man. Like they could have had him and Lesnar with no belt. There's no problem with that.
I have a conspiracy theory as to why he won that belt.
Okay.
But I can save it.
What? Go for it.
Oh.
You want me to say it now?
Yeah.
I have a feeling because the original plan wasn't it that Jericho was supposed to be KO at Mania, right, for the Universal title?
Yeah,
I have
which
a feeling Goldberg caught wind of that, and because Goldberg doesn't like Jericho, he went to the backstage and he's like, "You know what, guys? I think that I actually don't want to stay unless I get a title run." And he convinced him to get the title run. I think that's very possible because he doesn't like Jericho, right?
Get fucking choked out again by Jericho, you big pussy.
That's my theory as to why Goldberg won the belt.
Could totally see it, man. Could totally see it because like Jericho was already there. He had no leverage. Goldberg had all the leverage. You know.
And Goldberg's a fucking asshole, piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a notorious backstage worker, from what I've heard in the past, at least. Who knows what's true and what isn't true?
Ruin everything. Because I need to look strong with the young guys. I need to beat the young guys.
Well, it was another thing where like it would have been a little better if he had actually put somebody over,
Yeah.
Brock, right? Like it's nice.
Kind of put who do you get eliminated from the Rumble? Who eliminated him? Was it Taker?
Or somebody.
Remember?
That's weird.
Fucking another old part like him. Like fuck old part.
It just went nowhere, man. Like it was like I get that everybody's like transferring their powers to Brock to eventually transfer to Reigns, but I feel like a lot of that stuff's going to get black hole. There's only so much. It's like Brock's really topped out already. He didn't need to also conquer Goldberg and also build that power and have a title. reign for a year, he's already the ultimate boss right now. You know, he's the ultimate boss in WWE. Like, he doesn't need another year of that shit, you know, to get over. Like,
which is another kind of complaint for me. Too much Brock.
Yeah.
As champion.
Ooh, I kind of I like the idea that he actually wrestled more than he did normally. He was very active. I kind of like that.
See, that was the thing.
Good matches.
No, good matches, but I like that he was actually doing shit. He wasn't just sitting at home doing nothing.
I felt like in past years, that's what I had wanted, right? I'd been like, why the fuck is he home so much? If he wants to be a champion, he should show up and like at least work a more regular schedule. But then this year, I found out that Brock working a more regular schedule just means he destroys more dudes and cripples their pushes and arcs than he did when he was only working part-time. So, fuck it. I just kind of want to see him not around at all now. I would like if Roman kind of sent him packing, you know?
It's probably what's going to happen.
Like, if they pull some crap where, like, he just, like, destroys him and Brock goes home, or, I don't know, whatever. Brock quits or some shit. Like, they always pull that Brock gets suspended or quits in the spring thing, right? But it would be nice if he just fucking didn't come back till the fall. Seriously. And wasn't on the map and, like, wasn't a part of it, because I'm sick of it.
Agreed. I'm very much sick of it, yeah. And if Goldberg ever comes back, I will kill his wife and kids.
Personal statement only.
You know, I'm just kidding. We're boys.
We're boys. I totally agree, though. I hated him beating KO so fast, because it was like KO is such an all around great performer, and he was such an MVP for them.
And like, it was KO's fucking year, man. It was KO's year. No,
it's one of those things where, like, you really got to transfer the heat to people who are going to carry shit for the next 5 or 7 years at some point, and like Roman can't wrestle the whole show.
No, he can't wrestle every single match and have every title.
Like, if you collect all that stuff into Brock and then have it transfer to Roman, then Roman has to lose and dole it out to everybody else, or nobody else is as powerful as him, and it's boring.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, he can't be that much of a fucking like demigod kayfabe wise. Or what's the point? Like,
no, it doesn't matter, right? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, no more Roman. That's my bold prediction. No more Roman.
Yeah, let's get into bold predictions. Actually, wait, let's do MVPs first.
MVPs, all right.
Yeah, MVP, then match of the year, then we'll get into 2018. How about that?
All right.
So, Dylan, you go first. You didn't go first yet.
I don't know. I feel like we might kind of have similar MVPs.
I can have backup MVPs also.
I had a backup too, but my MVP definitely Braun.
Nobody's got, Okay.
Yeah, Braun Strowman. You just think I was gonna say Mojo?
That was mine.
Yeah, Mojo.
I had Braun and Samoa Joe interchangeable just in case. Because they both kind of had the same path, right? They both got built up to go after Brock. They both lost, but they're both still pretty strong.
Yeah.
They both looked great in the SummerSlam matches. So yeah, but I think Braun in terms of, because he was just a way bigger, like the catchphrase, "I'm not finished with you." The squash matches, the flipping the ambulance, the getting squashed in a dump truck and then emerging from it.
It's surviving like multiple murder attempts.
Saying to Kane, "You threw me in a garbage truck. You can't kill me." Like, greatest thing ever. Yeah, Braun just all over, man. Like you said too, some guy you didn't think he needed, but just came out of nowhere. I was like, holy shit! Like, when I first saw him, like, this guy sucks, and all of a sudden he just grew into the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
he's like honestly, I think he might end up being the greatest big man ever.
He's getting
if everything goes according to plan. Like, Taker will have that for a while, I think, because of like the longevity and
the aura and shit,
the aura and shit, and like that he carried the company for like 20 fucking years and stuff. But like, I think Braun's gonna have a bigger impact.
Well, and he's kind of like the only one left right now, right? Like, who else is like a really big band once Kane's gone, Taker's gone? Like, he's kind of Big Show's gone.
Killed everyone.
Yeah, Big Show's gone. Like, he's the top guy. Yeah, Big Cass might come in.
Big Cass. Hey,
he's gonna Strowman's gonna be that dude that like goes on talk shows and like fucking makes media appearances for them, and he's funny. Exactly.
His Vine compilation, man.
Yeah, man. That dude's
he's got a great story too to tell how his dad is the home run king for softball or whatever.
Yeah. No, Braun's really good and like pretty rounded. Like, he's got a lot to offer, and in the ring, on the mic, as a character, out in the real world, I really think he's total package. Like, you see that Elf thing that he did around Christmas for them?
Yes.
No. Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
yeah,
made
yeah.
an Elf wearing tights and shit, and like
Kulak?
the fact he can still do that and still be the baddest dude alive, you know, just shows like he's so special, man. He's so
Well,
special.
you know he's going to be taking over the Miz as the top guy for the Marine.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god!
He'll be doing Marine 9 to 15.
Oh my god! Put Braun in an action movie right now.
Know what we should do? We should write a Marine movie for Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Let's do it.
With one of those, I want him to carry around one of those like human-sized guns, you know, like
Yes.
that's like another man, but it's just like on his shoulders the whole time.
The Rock
Yeah.
did that in the G.I. Joe sequel.
Yeah,
He had that
exactly. I want to see Braun do that, but I guess maybe give him 2.
Yes, one up.
Yes.
I think he's stronger than The Rock for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the height on him.
He was a strong man, you know, like that was his
Yeah,
job, right? He was a professional
I
strong
want to
man.
see that match too. Rock versus Braun.
Yeah.
Maybe in the movies. I'm into it in the movies.
Yes.
Do it in the movies.
Have him do a movie fight? Oh god, like yes, please. Give me lots of Braun everywhere. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. That's the only thing. Like
Well,
big dudes get hurt a lot.
Due to illness, eh? See that?
Oh,
The
he's
recently
he's
the
sick.
tour- Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, hopefully it's not the
Yeah,
mumps.
that's okay. That's at least it's not. I hope it's not the mumps. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
fuck.
Somebody else would have got that by now. I think. You know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
All right, Johnny. Who's your MVP big boy?
Uno momento. Okay, this is gonna shock a lot of people. Coming from where I've been coming from lately. But my MVP of the year is in fact Enzo Amore. Oh my god. It's Enzo Amore, Dylan.
How I don't even want to listen to you give reasons why. I'm gonna take my headphones out.
First of all, he saved an entire show.
No, he didn't. That show's not saved.
my
The show's
God,
still
he did.
shit.
He did, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing about that. That show's not like a ratings killer. Like it got a few more views on YouTube.
No,
Nobody's watching 205 Live.
it's killing it, man.
It would
It's
be dead
actually-
by now if it wasn't for Enzo.
No, it wouldn't have. It'd still be where it is. It'd still be nothing.
It'd be dead.
It's fucking amazing, dude. Gulak. He gave Gaba Gulak. Come on, Gaba Gulak.
He gave 205 air, man, in life.
He killed it all year. Like the fact is I used to fucking despise him more than anything in the world. And now I'm a huge fan of him.
Me too.
Like if that's not MVP, I don't know what is. Like, come on. Turn that corner like that and saving his show, giving dudes like fucking Davari a chance to like shine a little bit. Like that's nice. What else would the fuck would they be doing? Like fucking Halloween matches every week? Like pumpkin squash, Booker T stuff? Like it's fucking like he killed it all this year. Not all this year, but he had a rough like summer with the big cash shit, but after that it was like all fucking uphill, dude.
Once he went to 205, I think everything before 205 is like a different era. You know, it's like BCAD kind of shit. Like as soon as you went to 205, for him and 205, it was just like fresh
make it
start.
5 Live, baby. Make it great again.
Yeah.
Like he did.
I liked Neville too. Like I thought Neville was a really good champ. I thought it was getting a little stale. You know, like
Exactly.
I wish like Enzo didn't have to beat Neville for the title, like because that was a little not believable.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Those matches
but
are
I think it sucks because it did lead to Neville walking the fuck out. I think, which is a loss.
yes, that's
you
a
know,
lot.
But that's not really Enzo's fault as much as it's like shitty booking's fault that they wouldn't put Neville back up into, you know, the mid card and main event scenes, even though he was a cruiserweight. Like, you know, that seemed to be more their beef.
Great guy, man. Like Neville deserves much more. Neville's amazing. Enzo is mediocre in the ring, but he's such a fantastic character. Like
Mediocre in the ring is being generous.
It is. He's
That
terrible.
guy is awful in the ring.
he's terrible, but he does a cool DDT thing.
Oh, fuck. Who can't do a
I
cool
love the
DDT?
DDT.
Everybody does cool DDTs.
No, man, the jumping. He does a top rope DDT.
The
Where he
DDT.
jumps off and like lands on the guy.
That's a girl's finisher, man. That's something a chick would do.
Finisher.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
Yes, because it's a
It's a
want to.
Like Charlotte used the figure 4, right?
You wrestle like a girl.
Girl Enzo, you're a big sissy.
That's a compliment now, Dylan. That's a compliment now.
Like if he wrestled like Becky Lynch, he'd be the greatest of all time. I'll
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah. No, I think Enzo had a fantastic year. MVP of the Cruisers for sure.
Absolutely. And I love the Cruisers, so I give him some love. I gotta give him some love. There you go.
I endorse that. I endorse both your MVPs, Dylan. You stole my MVP, which was Braun.
That's why I was gonna. Yeah, I had some on the back with me.
I honestly I can't think of anyone who had because Dylan, you took my MVP, which is fine.
I'm sorry.
I will agree with your MVP, and then also I have a couple different guys. Let's say all my second place finishers for MVP. Like Okada, I think had an amazing year, but it's he's kind of topped out, his greatness has been going on so long it doesn't seem special.
What else is he gonna do? Yeah,
he's been champ for so fucking long that you kind of he was PWI #1 this year, which is totally justified.
Didn't win Rolling.
I'm not sure. I don't know if there's anyone better in the ring right now. I'd love to see him and AJ go again right now because I think they're the two best in the world. And AJ is one of my other guys who I think was quietly a fucking awesome.
Oh fuck! I totally forgot about AJ.
He's like Okada. He's so consistently good. You forget the greatness because it's so consistent and there every fucking week in, week out. Every match is dope. It just kind of slides by, every match Okada had this year was incredible and 4.75 and above, through that G1, he pulled crazy good matches out of literally everyone. Everyone he touched. He had 10 matches and I think one of them was a 5-star. I think a bunch of them were 4.9s. They were he ended up with a 4.8 average or some shit in the G1.
That's crazy.
Kenny ended up with over 5 this year somehow because him and Okada had that 6 1/4 or whatever the fuck it was match. And I just the problem I have with New Japan, which is good at the same time, is they don't work a ton. Okada had I think 6 title defenses this year or something like that.
That's crazy.
So that's the only thing that kind of knocks it down for me is those guys aren't working all year like WWE guys are. I know Brock didn't work. I know Brock didn't work a ton this year, but I think outside of the G1, Brock and Okada basically worked about the same number of championship matches, feuds and stuff. It makes it special though, right? For Japan, everybody that got to face Okada for that title, really deserved it. Kenny, and then you had that Shibata match, which was because Shibata almost died, people forget how fucking amazing it was.
Yeah, it was the greatest match of all time.
It was one of the greatest matches I've seen in my whole life. It was so real, man. And basically everything Okada touched this year was gold. And I don't want to undercount or discount his greatness just because he's been so consistent,
Yeah.
He set such a high standard that it's it seems mundane, but it's not mundane. It's fucking amazing.
No,
I'll say too that like you said earlier too, Kenny Omega and Okada brought a lot of people to New Japan. I would have never watched New Japan if it wasn't for that match. So I mean that makes him a pretty high MVP in that sense too, because his quality of matches actually and what they meant. The matches had so much movement.
I would say Omega too this year, but he kind of intentionally took more of a B role, to get the US title over and stuff. He stepped away from the world title picture, won the US title tournament, started putting that over hard, kind of abdicated any world title ambitions to get the US title over. And he had a really good G1 showing, but kind of because he was US champ, you kind of knew he wasn't going to be the G1 winner, plus Naito deserved it so much. And not to forget about Naito either, because it's the same shit. It's
he's one of my
the dude's he's so consistently good, you forget how good he fucking really is, And that dude's the greatest anti-hero in wrestling right now. He's Stone Cold, man. He's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And next year is going to be his fucking year. And that's what I mean. This year, there was a really, really good year in wrestling at the top end, at least, we're having Naito's getting to 7th on the list of people we're talking about here. An amazing year, and he had a fucking incredible year. He won the G1. He got over few people do in Japan as being the shitty anti-hero, and leading one of the hottest stables in wrestling in Los Ingobernables. And
they're no hype
still,
but
he ends up down the list because everybody else was so fucking great. But yeah.
That was amazing.
So that's kind of my grab bag of MVPs.
I'll say too that
the others.
AJ is definitely on there quickly. But
I will say
The dude
definitely
was-
Night Out was on mine too. Like I love Night Out more than anything in the world. I bought his shirt.
Yeah.
He killed it this year. Like he
Oh.
rightful G1 winner. Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we'll do match now. Your favorite match,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny? You're up.
All right. Thank you for Shane for bringing this up just like 5 seconds ago. But Katsuyori Shibata versus Kazuchika Okada from
Don't know
fucking
that match.
Japan Cup.
Is that the one where he busted his head open?
Yeah,
That
man.
happened this year.
Last
Yeah.
match.
Oh wow, I didn't know
was
that
his last
was
match
this
ever.
year. Yeah.
Amazing. Holy Shibata literally he beat the fucking shit out of Okada for like 28 minutes. And then he did the headbutt, he continued. Shibata is also an MVP for me just for like surviving and living to, see 30, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like
That was one of the
Yes.
stiffest matches I've ever seen in my whole fuking life. Holy shit. He kicked the fuck out of him, man.
like boom, fucking. There's a great video. Dylan's seen it. It's like it's a strong style life. It's just
Mhm.
like Hard Knock Life with
Yeah.
Okada's story.
Yeah. Da, 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 da. It's like smack, 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 smack.
Like it's so fucking. He did the bitch maker, which is like he pulls him in, just slaps him in the face.
Yes.
Huge fan of that move.
Highlight of the year as well. Like, just one of the fucking greatest New Japan matches I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was hard to top that, but like the G1 did a pretty good job. But
Yeah.
fuck Shibata, I'm sad you're kind of dead now, man. Like it's
Oh,
Never to wrestle again, man.
How old is he?
he's only like 32 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he might just be 30. Like, he's young, man, but he's going to be a trainer, apparently.
Which is
So-
good. I'm glad he's getting work, but
He's
like
going to stay around. Like, he's going to be an agent, a booker, and a trainer and stuff. But no, he's done. They said he can't wrestle ever again.
so sad. He's one of my
When it-
favorite New Japan guys from the beginning.
Totally. I was just getting into him, and like that match was like when it like the stars aligned, and I was like, wow, this guy's fucking amazing, and that was it.
It was fucking so sad, man. So sad.
Yeah.
Sad note.
Well, I'll continue on the Japan track because mine was
You guys are such marks.
Omega Okada 2. Man.
We're such mercs.
Omega Okada 2, the draw, the time limit draw.
Oh my! The 1 hour match.
I generally rank my favorite wrestling matches on how many feelings they make me feel.
This
And-
is Shane's grading criteria.
Did I feel feelings? And
Did I shed tears?
you know, a lot of times lately, wrestling doesn't really make me feel a lot of feelings. Like Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30 was like a big, that made me feel feelings. And they've been few and far. But Okada Omega 2, my God, that hour, man, was like memorable as fuck. And I was trying to think back, and I was looking over lists of like other people's best of the year, and I barely even remembered a lot of them, honestly. And I still remember Omega Okada 2 like all the time. And it's like the standard for me for this year, and I want to say more. It was probably one of the best matches I've seen in forever, ever, and probably in my top 5 all time. So can't front on that, even though I don't want to be a fucking mark. But like nothing felt more complete and perfect this year in a ring than that 60 minutes that those two put on.
That was an awesome match, man. The story they told was incredible.
Love the finish. The finish was fantastic.
So good. It was just perfect. Like, it just built so well. It was perfect. Like, even though you kind of knew about 10 minutes out that we were headed towards the draw, it still was beautiful. It was one of those things that, like, we still know what's going to happen, but you're still on the edge of your seat, Like,
Yep.
Dopeness.
Did you
Pickle Man?
Oh, sorry. I couldn't tell if you froze or you just weren't talking.
Kid Crocodile.
Oh, you keep cutting out again.
Oh,
But yeah, no, those good matches. So I had a few that I had ideas for, but then talking about all this review for this year, I'm gonna change it to one that I'm gonna use your criteria. It made me feel things, and I'm gonna go with. It was a quick one, but it was just fun. It was AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar, Survivor Series.
Nice.
You haven't seen a really good Brock match
Nice.
in a long time. Like we were talking about, a lot of disappointments. And it was just one of those matches where he just tossed AJ around like a rag doll, and he just made him look so useless. and AJ just sold like so well. And then AJ's comeback, and you knew he was gonna win, but there was that slight thing where you're like, oh man, he might pull it off. Like 450, the forearm, the calf crusher when Brock, it's like, oh, he might tap. Like so many things, so many things where you're like, this isn't gonna happen, but oh my god, I could see it happening.
I totally agree.
And it just, like I said, like I'm just so much disappointment, and to have AJ come in and to get that instead of the Jinder match we were gonna get, this come in like out of nowhere just at the last minute.
I would have been
I loved it.
like the fact that we almost missed that is upsetting in itself.
I know, it's crazy. There's a parallel universe where some sad sacks got AJ or Jinder Brock. They just all killed themselves.
7 minutes of Jinder getting suplex city'd, or a fucking classic with AJ Styles, you know?
Yeah.
And like they did let it breathe too. Like it wasn't too short, it wasn't too long either. It was fucking perfect.
It was a perfect amount of time, and it was one of my last favorite Brock matches was Brock CM Punk at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because Punk was able to get a lot of offense in, and it was fun to watch. And this was one of those matches where it was the same thing, and it was almost better because it didn't have the stipulation, the no DQ that the Punk match had.
Yeah.
And it didn't have the Paul Heyman screwy finish.
Yeah.
It was just a good match where AJ gave him everything, and
I totally agree.
Just couldn't get the win. I love it.
That was really fucking good. Best Brock match in years, and totally. Fucking everything AJ did this year was great, man.
That's why I'm so sad I didn't pick him as my MVP.
He had that dope Cena match at the Rumble last year. Like he put on Shane's best match that he's had since he came back. He's just been killing it, man. Killing it all year. Like I don't know, WWE didn't have him forever, and they seemed to sign him almost just to steal him from New Japan.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't know how the fuck they would even survive without AJ Styles around.
He's literally keeping everything so real. And think about his match. Like when he was champion the first time, who did he feud against? Fucking James Ellsworth.
Yeah, man.
That was his title fuse before he lost the scene, and then he had to come back and feud with Jinder. And gave the best matches with Jinder ever. Like,
he gave Jinder his best matches too, man.
Yeah, like guys just
Jinder matches were downright passable. Like, which I did not think I would say.
Yeah.
For Jinder.
Decent. Yeah.
Sure.
He's honestly, like you said, a guy who can pull out good matches from shit people. I'm looking I want to see him and Braun go at it, man. Like,
dude, holy shit.
God, like that'd be like the Brock match, yeah.
The brand split has left AJ on SmackDown for a while, which is like good for SmackDown, but it also has kept things pretty fresh. And like all those Haas matches on Raw, like AJ can slide over and have one of those Brock style matches with Braun, with Joe again. Oh, Styles Joe again.
Ring of Honor style. Holy shit.
Gimme. Even fucking like TNA style, man. Gimme.
Yeah, fucking God.
Yeah.
You know, like. And I just I kind of hope AJ gets bumped over to Raw, or a couple big dudes get bumped SmackDown, just so we can get.
I hope more guys get bumped to SmackDown.
Yeah,
I hope
Braun.
SmackDown.
I'd love to see like Seth. I'd love to see more kind of like maybe one big guy, but like a lot of like smaller, like Finn, Seth,
sure.
Miz go back.
You're right.
Yeah.
What's that?
We saw Finn and AJ this year. It was great.
Yeah, I know, but like I just want to see him just see him go and get more, man. I want to see more.
Yeah. Like a real feud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a build, yeah.
Right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of takes care of 2017. I think we actually covered things quite well here in Avista.
I was looking back, man, and like not a lot of like memorable pay-per-views, but quite a few good matches at the end of it.
Yeah, they were good matches.
We got War Games. We didn't talk about that, but that was on one of my lists. Like
War Games was notable. Let's talk about that for a sec, because I wanted to put it on my list too. It was a really, really good throwback match, and I thought for kind of a lackluster year in NXT, it was the best thing that they could have done at that point for everybody on that roster. Even though the teams were all fucking weird and it didn't really make a lot of sense. Nobody cared. They were like, "This could be dope, whatever." Fuck it.
Well, just the AOP team that it makes sense with Roddy Strong. The other teams made sense.
Yeah, but like the way they got there too was like, you know, Sanity kind of turned face. And then at the same time, AOP were like quasi face, and then they teamed up with Roddy. It was very confusing.
Mm-hmm. Roddy wearing SWAT gear though was dope. I love that.
That was dope too. I love that. Then they came out with towels on their head and shit. It was just like the whole thing. But it's like one of those things that was so good and awesome that it didn't matter. Like all the other stuff just didn't matter at all. Yeah. Killian Dane doing the coast to coast. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that was like spot of the year, man. It was like Kelly Dago coast to coast.
And he
That
just
guy's
looked at Adam Cole too, and she's like, "Check this out." Boom.
Loved it when he did like a Michinoku driver on Adam Cole, like
yeah.
to another dude, almost killing them both. Like it was, he's more, that dude is so good, man.
Yeah. Killed a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah,
And I like to point out, if you want to see the best highlights of it, check out KPS's Noob Noob presents the goddamn moments of working.
Show was great, man. Yeah, shouts to NXT, best NXT match of the year for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
Although I think NXT is poised for a better 2018 than 17. 17 was transitional as fuck for them.
And I will say too, one of their better matches that kind of came out of nowhere in terms of just like the story told was, and like I didn't see coming, Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream.
That was that was my favorite match.
Was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Kind of,
that was
like,
so good.
It was hilarious. It was fucking amazing. Like great finish. Like everything.
The story told, man. And then he got on the mic after and said his name. That was so perfect. Like
that guy's 22.
Really?
Yeah. That's the guy who was on Tough Enough who lost to that fucking Gator guy. Pretty sure he's only 22, man. That guy's got. He can
Patrick
do a run
Clark's fucking incredible.
Velveteen Dream run in NXT for like 4 or 5 years, and then go to the main roster with like a gimmick that just kind of like a name gimmick, not like a Goldust gimmick. Give him like a name gimmick, just like Patrick Clark, and have him
last 2 years down.
Velveteen Dream's amazing.
You don't think they're going to keep him there for longer?
I don't think they can. I think he's too big. Like he's one of those dudes that's just going to clearly be too big for NXT. You know.
Yeah,
I don't think that they're going to be able to hold him down there for too long.
I don't see him ever winning the belt though as Velveteen Dream. It's just like it's such a Goldust gimmick, you know what I mean? Like it's not
they could tune it up, have it be like a kind of princey, you know, but
yeah,
he can have like a hard side, you know.
Oh, it's not so much that. It's just that I find the name. It's just like a weird name.
Yeah. I love the name, dude.
It's a great name, but I'm just saying, like, I don't see that. If he was like Patrick the Velveteen Dream Clark.
How about just the Dream? Just the Dream.
I think when he comes up, he should be. Yeah, the Dream would be good. But Patrick Clark, Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark would be a better, you know, moniker, and then he can tone it a little bit, and then once he gets over, tone it back up.
And he can also do it like the Demon. It's like when he really wants to win a match, he becomes the Velveteen Dream.
Oh my god! Also, his finisher's name, the Purple Rainmaker.
Yes.
So great.
Perfect.
He's a little MVP too.
He's fucking incredible, man. Like, and he wasn't really around for a long time, but he's a natch. That kid is a fucking natch. Like ring, mic, character, natch. He's gonna have a great 2018.
So we'll segue into that then. 2018. What's your bold prediction?
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Sami Zayn wins Money in the Bank.
No way.
Yeah.
Does he screw over KO to get it?
And it leads to this kind of like slow burn storyline where KO is kind of like waiting for him to cash. Like, and as soon as he cashes, it's like the clock's ticking to when you know KO is going to like stab him in the back. And it'll be like this kind of Festival of Friendship thing where you know it's coming, but the way that they do it, hopefully, is intriguing. You know, where Sammy turns on KO before KO can turn on him, or you know, something where Sammy doesn't come off as a dumbass. But I do think Sammy could be a reasonable Money in the Bank winner and would lead to 6 months of good storylines.
I have a lot of, I think there's a lot of cool shit to do with that. They could do something where it's like after it's done, Sammy's like celebrating in the back doing an interview, and KO comes and is like, "We did it! We won Money in the Bank!"
We won Money.
And you could even do something like where maybe like Sammy's about to cash in, but gets like taken out by somebody, and KO's there, and he's like, and he cashes in.
Or KO tries to steal it. I don't know what it is.
Like, it's something happened where he thinks he can cash in, and he wins the belt, but then they're like, "You can't cash in."
He gets Sammy to declare that they're both Money in the Bank winners or something.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of meat there, man.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Fantastic.
Do you want to say more about it, or just kind of that's your prediction?
No, I mean, like, I think it could be something that'll run through the summer and like be the basis of KO and Sammy breaking up. Because you know they're gonna break up, right? It's not like they're gonna be friends forever. I would love if they New Day this thing, but like, you can't soften KO that much, and I think KO being with Sammy, even with Sammy being a heel, softens KO
a little bit. Yeah, he's kind of lovable for it.
Yeah, he's lovable, right? They're cute. and it's kind of like Jericho, where they're getting like they're so cute that it takes away any heat. You know,
Yeah.
so they have to act like super pricks to get heat, and it's just everything like that has a life cycle. And I feel like it's got 4 to 6 months left, and maybe less if they want to be shocking about it.
Yeah.
But it feels like obvious how it's going to end. So I feel like if you throw the briefcase in there,
Some
KO
intrigue.
tries to steal it from him.
Yeah.
He jumps Sammy like as soon as he cashes something. Like there's just a lot of shit to go on there, and then you could lead that into Mania, Zayn KO next year.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
Into it.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
Uh,
Sammy's on his best run ever so far in WWE right now. Like, because it's the only thing he's ever done that's anything of merit. So, like, I think they really just need to keep the momentum going and make him a main event star in 2018.
Absolutely.
That's really what I want to see in 2018 is like new stars. Like I think I mentioned earlier, Rusev and Big E. I think are primed to be main event stars. Sammy can be a world champ tomorrow, and it would be legitimate. And there's been a really small pool of dudes lately that can be champ. It's AJ, it's Brock, it's Roman, it's John Cena, and I want to see some first-time champions in 2018. I want to see some new guys on top of the mountain.
All right. I was gonna say my bold prediction was Mojo winning the U.S. title.
That's not that bold. That's a likely prediction.
You really think it's gonna happen?
I do.
Ooh, nice.
I think it's
His
Yeah.
Gronk connection, man.
Yeah. So I'll say this though. Mine's gonna be. This is kind of like it's kind of like a three-parter.
Okay.
Miz wins the Rumble, goes to SmackDown,
Okay.
wins the WWE Championship.
From who?
AJ. That's why it's called bold, Shane.
You had me until that last part.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think
I do love Miz, and I want to see him go back to SmackDown, but I don't know if Miz AJ is a Mania match.
I know.
No,
fuck,
no
I
way.
just forgot that would happen at Mania. Damn. All right,
Like, that
Miz goes
doesn't
back to
feel-
SmackDown. I'll just go Miz goes to SmackDown, and at Superstar Shakeup, Miz goes to SmackDown, wins the belt. Not a
That's a
Mania.
better one.
Yeah, we'll do that. Because
'Cause
I forgot it's going to be Mania. That he won't main event Mania.
I can see
Even though that won't be a main event match, because SmackDown won't get that.
No.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say that instead. No Rumble.
No. I can get down with that. I think Miz deserves to be a world champ again for sure. And he's probably not going to do it in the land of the giants that is Raw.
Mhm.
So
I didn't like, though, he tweeted something about how when he comes back, he's going to get the IC title back. I
No.
don't want that, man.
So it's going to be him and Roman through, I don't know, what, Rumble or some bullshit? Because
I don't know.
Becky came back at a house show, so they're done with the movie. So
I
Miz
don't
is
know,
back anytime.
Yeah. I think a Miz coming back at the Rumble is the way they should go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me too, but Roman's doing open challenges, isn't he?
I don't know. I still think Joe's going to take it from him before, but
Yeah,
Well, they got a
absolutely.
match on Monday that's if Roman gets DQ'd, he loses the belt. So
ooh, I hate
Yeah.
those matches. Those are dumb.
I know. I feel like Joe might be IC champ off of DQ, which is stupid.
He's gonna win it like a bitch.
But yeah, that's my bold, John. Johnny, what's yours?
Yeah, what's your bold, John?
I didn't think about this one that much, so
Take
I'm gonna go really weird.
a long shot.
I'm gonna say Braun Strowman doesn't win the Universal title.
Ooh, I don't like it, but I respect it.
I like the negative choices.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm saying I think he's just gonna have another monster year, but he's gonna come like this close every time. This
Mhm.
close.
till Mania or something.
Yeah. Mania, like
35.
Mania
I could
30.
take that. I could totally
I
take
like the
that.
build. I like the build. Win the Rumble.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
Like,
let it-
frustrated monster.
Yeah, like then he can kill people. He can like murder more people. Like he's mad because he either doesn't get a title shot or he's just fucking like
He just can't get her done. There's something that keeps fucking it up, and like he just can't kill Roman
exactly
or
like
something.
that's a good story even with Roman. It's like you can't kill
Yeah.
Roman. Maybe Roman is like almost like a Brock character where he's not heel or face. He's like kind of like he's just unbeatable,
He's just the ultimate boss.
right? And then Braun, you can build him up more.
Yeah,
'Cause I still think there's so much more potential for a Braun title run than just giving it to him on like a
for sure.
like
Well, I feel
there's
like
a
it's
ton of
gonna be at
potential.
like a SummerSlam or something, right?
got to be like a SummerSlam or at the least like maybe a Rumble. They can do that.
Well, I feel like Roman obviously is going to win the belt from Brock, blah blah blah. But like, I'm kind of intrigued as to what happens after that. You know,
Yeah.
like how long does he hold it for? Does he also hold it for a year? You know, maybe. I hope not, but maybe. The
I have
same
a
thing
feeling
as Brock. Like, I didn't want him to, but it kind of felt like he was going to, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, does Roman at least he'll probably carry it through the summer, right? Like, I don't see him losing it before SummerSlam.
I got a feeling, man, that they're not going to give it to him a long run, man. I feel like they're trying to build up title reigns, like the amount.
Yeah.
So I don't see him having a really long. I feel like he's going to be Cena, man. As long as it's going to be like 200 days or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Till
It could be decent.
SummerSlam. Till SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could
half
see
a year, right?
SummerSlam, or like he loses it quickly on like a random pay per view, then gets it back, or I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can see him playing potato with Strowman at the end of the year, which I hope doesn't happen. I think
Fuck that.
like I kind of hope he doesn't, Johnny. Like I like that roadmap because I could see something where they hot potato it to Strowman just to mix it up in the fall or something,
Yeah.
and then potato it back to Roman again. Because like I think if built properly, you could totally have like the Strowman wins the Rumble, goes to Mania thing versus Roman, right?
Yeah.
Like versus Roman, even if Roman drops the belt and then gets it back, like Braun having to build up for a year to kill Roman would be fucking great. Even though I think Roman would win.
Oh no, Braun's gonna win that.
He would, man. He would.
No way.
We're entering the LOL Roman wins era. Here.
LOL Roman wins with a Z. Roman wins.
Yeah, Roman wins. Because like, yeah, so more of 2018. Like that's what I want to see is like less Brock. You know, as we've talked about.
Yes.
More new guys in title situations. And I don't even mean just like title programs, because we've seen a lot of guys in title programs this year. Joe was in one, you know, Braun's been in a couple. Like they've had title runs, but they hit that glass ceiling of, you know, they're not going to beat Brock because Brock is being kept in a glass case at Mania. And until we get past that point, it's all towards that. And I'm looking forward to that landscape where new things are happening. You know, where Braun maybe can be a legit, or like even having a match where you think Braun's going to win and be champion, you know, or you think that Finn might beat Roman and be champion or something like that. Mm-hmm. You know, the more fun and openness to it, because like Raw's felt like it has a fucking padlock on it all year. You know, know nothing's going to happen. You fucking know it, man. You know, for all the intrigue and stuff that you can build in a feud, and they do a good job building some feuds, but at the end of the fucking day, you know, until WrestleMania.
Yep.
You know
yeah. That's why 2018 is going to be intriguing after Mania, because anything's up.
I'm really looking forward to it, man. Like, I just want to break the glass ceiling, you know? Like, break the glass ceiling, get out of the way. No matter what happens, we got through it. Them both so Godzilla versus fucking Godzilla, you know, in the middle of Tokyo. And we can just move on, man. We can move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. So yeah,
new champs
or not.
Big E, really. My real big thing is I want to see Big E be a world champ next year. Like I want to see Big E be a world champ for a long time, but he's just right there, man. Rusev too, absolutely. Like those guys are primed. They've graduated through the mid card, and it's time. It's time.
Yeah, man.
These things expire. They don't stay there forever. These dudes can be in a position to be a main eventer, but they can't always just sit there. You know, it's like Bray. Bray sat at the edge of being a main eventer for like 2 years, and when they finally pulled the trigger, they did it wrong, fucked it up, and now he kind of can't be without another big build.
Yep.
I feel like you could have Rusev or Big E win a battle royale and get a #1 contendership and win the match, and it would seem totally legitimate tomorrow. So
Jinder won like a random 5-way. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And the message of 2017 going into 18 is, if Jinder can do it, anybody can.
I can win a world title too.
You could.
I can win a world title. I can win it.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to? Anything else you want to talk about, or you want to call that?
That's about it. I mean,
yeah, it's good.
I want to see new things next year, fresh things.
I want to see Mojo get its singles run.
Yep.
Mojo!
We're in the middle of one right now, man.
Hammer time!
Is he gonna do that as a heel now?
Yes.
Like hammer time.
But I think, like, all in all, it was a pretty fair year at the top of the card. Things might have been a little boring at times, but I think we had some solid matches at the tops of things, memorable things, and I don't know, like 7 out of 10 year, something like that. You know,
I'd go a little bit lower, like a 6.
like I had a pretty good time with wrestling this year.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I watched enough of it, more than I've watched in a long time, and like I said, like I enjoyed a good portion of it. So.
Thanks
With
to,
AJ and Braun, like there's a lot of good things to look
Yeah.
forward to.
yeah, thanks to like New Japan and stuff, I'd say I'd give it
Yeah.
like 7.5 or something because it was
Yeah.
it was a fun year. Like we had a lot of fun shit going on. Like
New Japan had a great year.
Know who's gonna have an even better 2018? KPS. We're gonna kill it.
Goddamn right. That is a good way to end right there, buddy. Looking right.
Yeah.
No, it's, we're gonna be going. We're gonna get sued again for this. No, we're gonna have a lot of
touching
new
your laptops.
coming up. This is when we finally all get comfortable and take off here.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We got a lot of things we want to work on, and like now that we have this new format, we can do so much more.
yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, we got a lot of things we're gonna do. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna start off running, and
We're gonna kick punch and stomp 2018.
and we're gonna get into the MMA game too. So look out for that.
Yes, we will.
It's gonna be so it'll be fun. So get on the bandwagon while you can, because we're gonna be it's gonna be pretty full.
We're gonna
Pretty
be
damn full.
take it
Come-
off.
Come July.
To the moon.
Rockets and carts and shit. So, I'm gonna pick an elephant. We'll be a giant elephant of a podcast.
Stampy will be Stampy.
Was he Stampy? Exactly. Exactly. And we'll actually get paid for this by the end of 2018.
We'll get a sponsor. 2018, we will have a sponsor.
Audible.
That's right.
It's gonna be
And
Audible,
shirts,
or
baby.
it's gonna be
Squarespace.
Stamps. It's gonna be Stamps.com.
Stamps.com.
And we will have shirts. We will have shirts and merch that you
Yeah,
find,
shirts
you
that
find
are
dozens of people can buy.
Sponsored by.
yes.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Exactly.
following us on the Twitter, on the Insta. I got a camera, so I'm gonna be taking more Insta shit, so I can post some cool Insta pictures. Go to more shows, post some like nice Insta.
Yeah, we'll go to more Toronto indie shows in 2018 as well. Smash and
There's a really good one for, I believe. What did we go see? We saw Superkick. Smash has one. Smash has one at the end of January with like a world. They're going to crown their first ever tag team champs in a ladder match.
okay.
They have what is it? Matt Riddle's going to be there.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So I'll have to check it out.
I'm in. Riddle's on the list, man. I ain't never seen Riddle.
Stinky feet from here.
So yeah, Phoenix concert. But yeah, so yeah, KPS. Check us out.
Yeah, good shit, man. More shit coming. Love you guys.
Happy New
Thanks for
Year.
tuning in.
Check you later.
I'm not finished with you yet.
Oh, God.